Hey guys, come on downstairs. We're playing Edmonton Oilers franchise here on Mama's Basement. This is episode number 52. We're going to try to get through a couple of weeks here on Oilers franchise. We got the Blackhawks, the Canucks, the Islanders, and the Kings in the first week. And the second week we have the Canadiens, the Blues, and the Kings again. So a couple of back-to-back Saturdays against Los Angeles. As we are in the middle of January in our season, it's game number 42 against the Chicago Blackhawks is where we'll start off. And we will get the highlight started in the third period with a 3-2 Oilers lead with 12:20 to go in the game. Here's Letestu. He flings one on net. Corey Crawford's able to stop it and cover it up for the Blackhawks. 11:30 to go now. Here come the Blackhawks on the right wing. Still 3-2. Edmonton with the lead. They'll skate it around the net. Shot by Taves. Shot saved by Talbot. And then a nice pad save again. Here come the Oilers going the other way. It's Jordan Eberle, and he will just send it into the zone. 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game now. Still 3-2. The Oilers dump it in. Crawford will send it back around the boards. Draisaitl has it to Maroon. Maroon tries to get one in front of the net. It deflects behind the net. Stallberg has it now. It ends up in the right corner. Stallberg back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to Stallberg. Shot saved by Crawford. And Duncan Keith comes away with it. Less than 40 seconds to go now. Marian Hossa. Hossa carries it across the blue line. Hossa, toe drag, shot, scored! Marian Hossa squeezes it between the body and arm of Cam Talbot after a beautiful toe drag right here. And a very nice shot by the veteran Marian Hossa. With 30 seconds, we're all tied up and looking at a possible overtime. Here is Panik. Panik back to the point to Van Riemsdyk, back into the corner to Gostad. Back to Van Riemsdyk, back to Gostad. Gostad will center it, shot. Is wide. Panik back to Gostad. Shot is wide. Knocked into the corner. Here's Gostad again. Gostad back to Rostroval, and the shot is scored. Is deflected in by, I believe that was Richard Panik. And it is sixth goal of the season for Panik, and it comes with less than 9 seconds to go in the game, and that is going to be your game winner. The Oilers collapse under the pressure from the Blackhawks in the final minute of the game. They give up 2 goals in the final 40 seconds to fall in Chicago 4-3. Marian Hossa with a goal and an assist. Richard Panik with 1 goal. Gostad with 2 assists for Chicago. 28 shots for the Blackhawks, 27 for the Oilers. We were 1 of 2 on the power play, and the Hawks were 0 of 4. 34 faceoffs won for us, 33 for them. Pretty even game all the way around. But the Blackhawks get the 2 points and the win. Game number 43, Vancouver at Edmonton. This is a rematch of last year's playoff series that Vancouver won in 6 games. And we start this one off in the third with 15:50 to go. Vancouver on the power play. And the rebound is put back in by Bo Horvat, his 9th goal of the season. And that evens up the game at 1. A power play goal for the Canucks. Here's Draisaitl. Draisaitl trying to get it out of the defensive end. We'll get it ahead to Maroon. Maroon on the right wing. He'll come to a stop. Maroon sends it on net. Pouliot is not able to get it past on the rebound. 9:50 to go to McDavid. McDavid through the neutral zone, into the zone. McDavid tries to get past a defender, drops it off to Lucic, and the shot is saved. 8 minutes to go now. Klefbom, shot deflected, score! And it looks like the shot might have gone off of a defender. Oscar Klefbom, his 2nd goal of the season. Let's take a look at this one and see. Yep, it looks like it went off of a defender and deflected down and went through the 5-hole. 38 seconds to go on a power play for Vancouver now. With 6 minutes to go in the game, Vancouver back to the point to Tanev. Here's Henrik Sedin, shot! Score! Henrik Sedin patiently took his time and found space on the blocker side, or the stick side of Cam Talbot. 3:24 to go. Here come Vancouver. 9 seconds on another power play for the Canucks. Sutter, shot saved by Talbot. I think it's Talbot. It might be Brossoit in this game. I can't remember. I'm going with Talbot. All right, here's the shot from the point. With 37 seconds to go, we look like we might be headed to overtime. Shot saved and cleared, and it's going to be an icing. No, Markstrom comes out to play it. so no icing, and we go to overtime. 3:07 to go in overtime. Off the draw, Edler has it. Edler over to the right side to Henrik Sedin. Sedin will send it around the boards. Talbot comes out to play it, and he will send it back into the corner. Henrik Sedin fighting for it along the boards. Sedin, shot saved. And here is Goodbranson. Goodbranson, shot saved again. And then Sekera helps Talbot secure it and get the cover. We go to the shootout. And Sedin scores on the shootout. Daniel Sedin puts Vancouver up 1 in the shootout. Here's the second opportunity for the Oilers, trying to even it up at 1. And the shot is saved by Markstrom. And here comes Eriksson. Shot is saved. And now Lucic will have a chance to tie it up. If he does not, it will be game over and the Canucks will win it. Here is Lucic. Lucic on the backhand, he scores. Milan Lucic ties it up, and here comes Dorsett. And Dorsett, shot, 5-hole, scores. And Vancouver is back up by 1. And Taylor Beck will try to even it up again and continue this shootout. He does not. The save is made by Markstrom. And Vancouver gets the shootout win. We do get a point. The Canucks win it 3-2 in the shootout. Talbot with 48 saves on the day. He was busy. Clefbaum with 1 goal. McDavid with a goal. 50 shots by the Canucks to 24 for us. It's amazing we did not lose this game in a landslide. 2 out of 7 on the power play for the Canucks. We did not draw a penalty in the game. 44 face-offs, 1 for us, 37 for them. They were 0 of 1 on breakaways. We go to game number 44 at home against the New York Islanders. And we picked this one up in the third period, all tied up at 1 with 15:50 to go. And here comes Hickey. Hickey to Grabowski. Grabowski through the neutral zone on the left side. Back to Grabowski. Shot scored by Nikolai Kulemin. A couple of former Toronto Maple Leafs, Grabowski and Kulemin, in on the scoring play there for the Islanders. And now Josh Bailey's called with a hooking penalty. And that is going to put the Oilers on a 5-on-3 power play. And Sekera's shot is deflected in by, I think it was Connor McDavid. Yep, Connor McDavid's 13th goal of the season comes on the power play. And it is all tied up at 2 with 10 minutes to go in the game. Still a minute left on the Oilers' power play. This one is 5-on-4. Here is Eberle. Eberle will carry it across the blue line. Eberle holding out to the right side. Eberle into the corner, looking for somebody to center it to. He'll back it out to Nurse. Across to the middle. Shot is wide by McDavid. And the Oilers have it again. Here's McDavid on the right wing. McDavid sends a sharp angle shot, and it is stopped and covered up by Greiss. Here come the Oilers again. Tie game, 4:13 to go. And the shot is scored! With 4:09 to go, it is Dylan Simpson. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is his first National Hockey League goal. Dylan Simpson, who was called up because of the Yuri Tolusti injury, is finally getting some ice time here tonight. 9 seconds to go in the game. Islanders with an extra attacker, and it is deflected in. Another late goal against the Oilers, and that's going to send this one to overtime as well. So the first 3 games of this episode, we have given up late goals in the third period. Here is Lucic on the right wing. Lucic over wide open net for Nurse, and it is saved by Greiss with 20 seconds to go in the overtime. Draisaitl over to Sekera, back to Draisaitl. It's knocked away. Here comes Leddy. Leddy's out in front. Leddy on the breakaway. Shot saved by Talbot. With 8.7 seconds, Leddy almost ends the game shorthanded, but we go to a shootout. And Lee will start things off here in the shootout. It is saved, and now the Oilers can win it here with Sekera, and Sekera gets it past Greiss, and the Oilers get the shootout win. So finally in the win column here in this episode, with a 4-3 win over the New York Islanders in the shootout. Connor McDavid with a goal. Dylan Simpson, his first NHL goal. Victor Stahlberg also in on the party for the Oilers. 39 shots to 35 in favor of Edmonton. Both teams around 70% passing. We were 1 of 3 on the power play. The Islanders were 0 of 1, and we win the faceoff battle 39-24. All right, next up, we have the Saturday game at Los Angeles. It is game number 45 on the road at Staples Center. We picked this one up in the third period as well. With the score 1-0, Edmonton with the lead. Here's Toffoli. Toffoli at the point. He's going to skate it along the right wing. Here's the shot from the point. It is deflected. And now to Pearson. Pearson's shot from the wing is saved. Now to the point. Solderi's shot deflected and scored. And that was Tyler Toffoli, his 20th goal on the year. Very good season so far for Toffoli. Here's the Oilers, all tied up at 1 now with 8:30 to go. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Nice save by Jonathan Quick. I have a tendency to call Jonathan Quick Jamie Quick. That was an old Kansas City Royals pitcher from the 80s. I have no idea why I do that. But anyway, all tied up at 1 here. We're in the third period. 3:50 to go. McDavid into the middle. Back to Eberle. Quick one-timer is saved by Quick. 15 seconds now. Clefbaum. Clefbaum will skate it back over to the left wing to Stahlberg. Stahlberg looking for somebody to get it to Draisaitl. He scores! Leon Draisaitl with 8.9 seconds, and it's the Oilers' turn to win this game in the final seconds. Unbelievable episode so far with crazy games going right down to the wire. The Oilers win it 2-1. 32 saves for Talbot, 34 saves for Quick. Draisaitl with a goal and an assist. Oilers 36 shots, Kings 33. 1 of 2 on the power play for the Oilers, 0 of 1 for the Kings, 37 faceoffs won for the Oilers, 35 won for the Kings. So a quick look at that first week of this episode. The Blackhawks and the Canucks were losses, and now the Islanders and the Kings were wins, and we'll head into the second week of this episode, taking on the Montreal Canadiens, the St. Louis Blues, and then finishing it off with a Saturday game hosting the Los Angeles Kings. So game number 46 against the Montreal Canadiens, back at home in Edmonton. And in the third period, the Oilers have a 3-1 lead with 16:20 to go, trying not to blow this one. Here's the shot. It is deflected in for the score. And I believe that was Shaw, Andrew Shaw, his 9th goal of the season. It's 3-2. 14 minutes to go. Oilers on the power play. Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins' shot is saved, and then it trickles past and into the back of the net. 7th goal of the season for Nugent Hopkins. And that is a power play goal as well. It is 4-2 Oilers with 8:40 to go. And here comes Edmonton out in front on the breakaway. And the shot is saved. Letestu cannot get it past Carey Price. But the Oilers do hold on to win. They add a late empty net goal for a 5-2 victory. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with a goal and 2 assists. Patrick Maroon, a goal and 2 assists. Talbot with 39 saves. Montreal, 41 shots. Edmonton, 35. Both teams scored on the power play. Canadiens were 1 of 3. We were 1 of 4. And the face-off battle was fairly even. We were 2 of 2 on breakaways. And we head into game number 87. Another home game against the St. Louis Blues. Here in the third period, the Blues are crushing us. It is Brossoit who started this game in net for Talbot on a second day of a back-to-back, and the Oilers must have tired legs here because it is now 8-3 in favor of St. Louis at 7:54 left in the third period. Laterra with the score, and it has just been an absolute drubbing by the Blues. And Brossoit is going to be lifted, and they will put Cam Talbot in on the day he was supposed to be resting, because enough is enough, and St. Louis wins 8-4. Tarasenko with 2 goals, Stastny with 3 assists, Nugent-Hopkins with a pair of goals for the Oilers, who had their offense going pretty well. 30 shots to 29 in favor of Edmonton. You see that 29 shots, and 8 of them got past the goaltender. Horrible percentage there. 1 of 2 on the power plays for us. The Blues were 1 of 1, and we win the face-off battle 38-34. Final game of this episode, game number 48, and we're just going to go over the score of this one. The Oilers win at 3-1 over the Kings. Talbot with 29 saves, Stahlberg with a goal, assist, and a hit, Draisaitl with a goal, an assist, and 3 hits. And we were 0 of 2 on the power play. The Kings were 0 of 3. We were outshot 30-28, but we end up with a 3-1 victory here in regular season game number 48. So let's take a quick look at the playoff picture here in the Western Conference. In the Pacific Division, San Jose, Anaheim, and Calgary are your top 3. In the Central, Chicago, Nashville, and Colorado. And the wild card right now would be Minnesota and Arizona. You can see in the Pacific, we are at 48 points, only a couple points off the pace behind Calgary and Arizona there. And over in the wild card, we are just 2 points behind Arizona. So we are right in the mix. I would like to avoid fighting for that wild card and hopefully get up into the fight for the division title. Over in the Eastern Conference, let's take our first look at that here in the second season of Oilers franchise. Surprisingly, in the Atlantic Division, we've got the Sabres, the Maple Leafs, and the Panthers. In the Metropolitan, you've got the Penguins, the Capitals, and the Rangers. No surprise there. In the wild card, you've got the Islanders and the Flyers. Tampa Bay, outside looking in, is surprising. Ottawa is at 45. Detroit, Montreal, and Boston at the bottom of the Atlantic Division just does not seem right. But that is how it is at this point. Here in Edmonton Oilers franchise, episode number 52, it is the second season of our Edmonton Oilers franchise here in Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.